Joe Robina here for Cobra Defense Miami, and today I am talking to parents, answering your questions, mom and dad, because you're asking about our Cobra Kids program, ages 7 through 12. And in particular, you want to know how it is that we handle. You know that our daughter Marissa, she's 8 years old, she's in the program. I don't teach that course, our Miami lead instructor does, and you want to know how it is that we balance her academics with her activities and find time for self-defense as well. And it's a matter of perspective. Let me illustrate. So every week, parents will call in asking about the program, and when we ask what the goal is and why they want their child in the program, it sounds along the lines of, well, we just want them involved in a physical activity, maybe to balance out their academics or to less screen time and just something that's more physical. And while certainly Cobra Kids fulfills that need, we don't look at it as a sport or physical activity for our daughter. It is part, rather, of her core education. So for Marissa, it looks like this: English, math, science, self-defense, check. She doesn't get to wake up in the morning and say, I don't feel like going to school today. She also doesn't get to wake up and say, you know what, I don't want to do any more of that math stuff. I'm just not good at it. Or it's a rainy day. I don't feel like going to self-defense today. Well, guess what? It's part of your core education. All these other activities round out her education. That's where the soccer comes in, the music, which we love, dance, gymnastics, everything else here, arts and crafts, rounds out this education, but it does not replace the core. So think of it like this. Do you say, well, since she's doing piano or she's in gymnastics, let's take away math or science or reading or English? You wouldn't do that. It's the same with self-defense. Why? Because we understand the world in which we're living in, the times in which we're living in, and none of these activities, as good as they are at rounding out her education, they cannot fix or address the problem that Cobra self-defense program addresses. And how serious is it? Well, just look around you. Everything from bullying to abduction to, it's really sad for me to say this, but kids committing suicide over cyberbullying. And so this is a program that if you're thinking, well, she's only going to use it when she is, getting bullied or they're getting hands-on with her, wrong. She's using it daily. It's a skill set she's going to use daily for the rest of her life, because the only thing that we know, especially as she gets older and moves away further and further from parental supervision, is that she is daily going to be coming in contact with strangers. And if those strangers decide to get violent, she's not going to have the training on how to respond to that. But not only that, even her own friends on a daily basis may respond unpredictably. One day, Maddie wakes up for whatever reason, Johnny wakes up and he decides to be abrasive with his verbals. We can't have her frazzled. It's a complete program that gets her set and trained mentally, the correct mindset, verbally, and of course physically, because we're trying to prevent a fire. But if we can't prevent a fire, we're going to have to put one out, and we only want the best. That's the one thing we can not take a chance on. It takes precedence, because without that, you don't get to have everything else. That is your big vision as a parent and your responsibility for her self-defense, your vision for self-defense and personal safety. And that's what that program is. So for us, it's not a decision at all. We just include it. And if you're wondering about the time involved and the investment, you tell me where else she can find something like Child Abduction Prevention. Who else is going to bring that to her? And what is the value of your child not getting themselves in that fire, being able to identify things that you don't even... We don't think code words is a good idea, and we explain that. Parents should not be addressing other parents in a bullying situation. It's a complete education. What is the value of being able to prevent that? Can you put a price tag on it? Of course not. That's why we make it part of the core. It's an easy decision, low stress. All right, so if you want to learn more about that, here in Miami, we're at 800-289-8188. And if you're watching this and you're outside of Miami, what you're looking for is a Cobra Defense Training Center. We are worldwide, we're global, over 100 locations. So look that up, because it's a phenomenal program, phenomenal training that you will never, ever regret having your child. It's your peace of mind, their empowerment. We want them walking empowered for all their days, but it's also your peace of mind as a parent. Okay, we are here to serve. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned, and always stay safe.